Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky15, where I'll be giving you my Lucky 15 selections for tomorrow's horse race in action. Well, not a bad day today. We had a double up on the cards, which was really nice there. We had TT McVeekie, which ran at Hamilton in the 4 o'clock. Good performance there. There were a couple of non-runners in the end, and then that horse went off at 5-4, but we managed to get him at an early price at 10-3. There would have been a slight rule 4 deduction there, but still really good performance. It was always towards the front of the race early on and pulled clear by a couple of lengths towards the end of the race to stay on well. So that was good there. We also had Super Scorpion as well at Fosslas. That came in at 3-1 in the end on its final SP, but we managed to back it earlier at 9-2, so that was a good price there. And it won really well by a few lengths, and it travelled really strongly throughout the race, and still looks an interesting type, still looks possibly a little bit unexposed, so be interesting to keep an eye out for that horse next time out. Other horses that ran were Almain, which was a disappointing run at Newcastle, came last in that race in the end, after showing some good progression in the race before, where it beat a horse called Amelia James, who actually won tonight at Chelmsford on the all-weather, so that didn't hold any form there. But yeah, that was disappointing. We also had a Pushkin Museum at Newcastle in the last there. Can't really say he ran badly. I think he came third in the end. He was always up with the pace, always up near the front throughout the majority of it, but towards the last furlong or so, the winning horse pulled away from him, and he never had the pace to catch up. So all in all, not a bad day. Nice double today, a little bit of profit, and hopefully we can continue that tomorrow on our streak, as it were. We had a winner yesterday, we had 2 winners today, so not bad. Tomorrow we're just going to be focusing purely at Epsom. As you probably know if you're a fan of horse racing, it's the Derby this weekend, and we've got the Oaks on tomorrow as well, so looks like there's some good races going on at Epsom, and that's where we're going to be sticking for tomorrow's Lucky 15. And the first race that we go to tomorrow at Epsom is the first race there on the card at 2 o'clock. Horse that we've selected here is the favourite at the moment, but probably a deserved favourite, and looks really interesting, is the Bruyne horse, which is Richard Hannon, I should say, not Shannon, and Ryan Moore on board for this one. Looks a really nice horse. It won very well at Ripon a week or so ago, where it beat a Godolphin horse who was really short priced. I think that horse was 1-2. And it won by 7 lengths and ran really well. So, yeah, this horse definitely looks unexposed. The question mark is tomorrow, can he pull it together against some better quality opposition? I think he can. He's got Ryan Moore on board, who's one of the best jockeys around. And Richard Hannon's been in good form lately in the stable. So, this looks really promising there. And that's who we're going for there in the 2 o'clock at Epsom, who's around about 13-8 with bookmakers at the moment. Our second selection tomorrow Epsom sees us go to the 310 with a horse called Journey. This is one of our favourite combinations here on the channel. John Gosden and Frankie Tory. Normally a good combination that comes in well. Currently 4-1 Journey at the moment, which is not a bad price, I believe. I think he could shorten as we get nearer to race time, and it will probably shorten overnight as well. This horse on paper is very good. It's got a very good pedigree, and it won some good races last year. I think it had a hat-trick of wins towards the end of last year, including some Group 1 races there, so it's done really well. You're expecting it to still progress and to keep continuing. He's going to be slightly up against it tomorrow, maybe, coming back from a layoff. A few other not bad rivals in the race, but I definitely think if he's anywhere near his best, I think he can definitely win this, and I definitely think he's probably the value out of the top runners there in the race tomorrow. So that's who we're going for there, Journey in the 310 at Epsom. Our third selection tomorrow sees us go to the 345 with a horse called Fidaawy, which is a Godolphin horse, and it's a Michael Stout and Jim Crowley teaming up for this one. Last time it ran was at Doncaster a couple of weeks ago, where it ran really well from running performance. I managed to hold on for the win on its seasonal reappearance. This horse, compared to all its other rivals tomorrow, is the one that looks unexposed. Ran about 11-2 bookmakers at the moment, which I think is a very good, attractive price. Again, I think this one could shorten as we get nearer to race time, and I definitely think he will be in contention tomorrow. So that's who our third selection is there, Fidaawy in the 345. Our last selection tomorrow sees us go to the big race of the day, the Classic, which is the Oaks. Now this, on paper, at the moment, is the short price favourite, Rhododendron, it seems. It's that horse's to lose, and I think he will lose tomorrow, believe it or not. I am going for an outsider here, but not a major outsider. An outsider that's probably could be one of the gambles in the race tomorrow, with John Gosden horse as well. I think it's called Enable or something. That could be the horse as well as this horse which I'm about to tip, which is Sobetsu, which I reckon could be the gamble of the race tomorrow, like I said. It ran at France on its seasonal reappearance about a month ago at Duvel, which was really good actually, really good performance, won by a couple of lengths, beat quite a lot of smart horses in that race. And it definitely looks like this is an interesting runner. It's William Buick and Charlie Appleby teaming up tomorrow for Godolphin on this one. Both stable and jockey in really good form. And I definitely think, even though Rhododendron probably does have, you would say, the class to win this race, I definitely think that this Sobetsu could have a good chance tomorrow, and currently 8-1 at the moment with bookmakers. I definitely think that is the value in the race and the one probably to watch out for. But even though you could argue Aidan O'Brien's got a great record in this race, I think he's 5 winners in the last 6 years, so that looks red hot on that fact. But I definitely think with the way that Rhododendron ran in the 1,000 guineas, with Winter winning that race, I definitely think this horse could be the alternative in the race. But anyway, if you've done alright today, if you've got any tips for the Oaks tomorrow, who do you think will win it? Leave your comments in the comments box below. Also, gamble responsibly. Follow us on Twitter at Lucky15. Like us on Facebook at Lucky15. And I'll be seeing you soon.